Hey guys, welcome back to another video. There's a few things you may notice if you watched my last few videos. So number one, I have new lighting. The lighting is so much better now. My mic works now with my phone. It's beautiful. And also my nails are disgusting. I am gonna learn how to do my own acrylic nails, but I'm giving my nails a little break. I painted them and then this side just chipped off. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If you want to see me do my nails for the very first time, come back for next week's video because I will be doing that. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm gonna learn how to do mine and my sister's, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll film doing my sister's as well. Okay, so I'm sure you could hear from that last clip that my audio wasn't actually fixed and it sounded really awful. Right now I'm recording this voiceover without a mic because I don't know why it sounds like that, but I just cannot figure it out. I think it's the headphone jack I got. But today we are going to be drawing whatever Pinterest tells me. This is a cup that I got with my boyfriend I was showing off. It's really, really cute, but yeah, anyway, I figured I would just do a voiceover because of how bad the quality of the audio sounded. So, as I said, we are going to be doing whatever Pinterest tells me. I hadn't drawn for a few days, so I wanted to be very inspired, and this first didn't inspire me, so I refreshed. I do that a few times because I just really wanted to be inspired. Okay. I was saving all the nail inspo too because, yeah. So, I decided to go with this Coke can because it was calling to me. I don't know why, I just thought it would be really fun to try to recreate that. I love how shiny the Coke can looks, and so I was going to do that. And I decided to draw in a colored pencil because I was watching a lot of Static Wool and she does everything in a colored pencil, and I always love how her drawings turn out. So yeah, so I was being a little bit of a copycat. Okay. So of course I started by sketching out where the can is, all the little folds in the metal and everything. I just, decided that that would be the best. I decided I'd do the flowers in blue, which I a little bit regret. I feel like I should have done green or just gone with red, honestly, but yeah, blue was the decision I made looking back. I think it would have been better with a different color, but that's okay because this isn't usually something I do when sketching. I usually just use a pencil, so whatever. So this is a Coca-Cola can, so obviously there's writing on it, and I thought that with yellow I would go and kind of mark off where the lettering was. I wasn't going to be too careful with the red because I knew I was just going to go over with a white paint marker for the words anyway, but I thought that maybe if I didn't go over the big areas with red, it would make it a lot easier in the end. I don't think it really affected it, to be honest. I think I could have just gone over with red and not had to worry about it, but, made it a little easier, I guess. I really didn't know how to go about coloring this, so I decided that I would take my lightest red and color in the entire thing, and then go in with my darkest color, blend that out, and second darkest, blend that out until I got to that lightest color. I thought that that would make it a little more cohesive to do a little underpainting. I think it's oil paint that I always see online that, they do this with. They put, a full gray color so it all just kind of matches in the end and looks cohesive. So that's what I decided to do with this. I think that I think it worked. I think that the Coke can honestly is my favorite thing that I draw in this video. Something I have learned about alcohol markers is you don't need a lot of colors to get a good result. So I was looking at the picture and I was like, I don't really have any dark reds. And I'm like, you know what? The shadows kind of look brown to me. So it's like, okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to shade with brown, see how it works. And honestly, I think it looks crazy right now where you're seeing, but I do think that it helped add a lot more depth in the final product, and it made it look a lot more shiny. And how you get shiny effects is by adding contrast. You want a really dark color and a really light color. That's how you're going to make something look really shiny like metal. I will be honest, I was a little scared when adding the brown, and I was like, I just need to kind of focus and figure this out. So when I added the red and it was like looking like the shadows on my iPad that I was looking at, I was like, you know what? This is good. This was a good idea. The brown is what I needed to really give it that depth. I really did not know how to go about this metal top part. I was like, it looks kind of green to me, but I don't think I want to like go in with straight green. So I kind of used this greenish gray that I have, GG1, you know, hoo-hoo. So I just used that and I prayed for the best. And then it was time for the flowers, which I honestly think is the weakest part of this first drawing. I honestly, I didn't know what to do now to make the flowers look good. I think that's still something I'm struggling with. I can draw flowers, but when it comes to coloring them in and making them look realistic, it's kind of hard for me. And I wasn't going for straight realism in this, but obviously I wanted it to look like flowers coming out of a crushed Coke can, because that is what the picture is. So yeah. Okay, the highlights and the words, it just, my brain, it honestly pulls the whole thing together. It is so much fun. Okay, it is not perfect, but oh my goodness, I really don't like the metal part on the top, but the actual can and the words, I am really happy with myself. Okay, I am. I tried shading them with this gray color because the words need to be shaded too. If they were just straight white, it would look like weirdness. And I just am really happy with myself on how this turned out. Then I decided for some reason it would be a good idea to line the flowers. What? I think it was probably because they weren't they didn't have that contrast, but I should have just added more shadows and stuff instead, because I do think that this lining just doesn't make it look very nice. I do go in and line the Coke can with a thick red liner. I do think that works. So if I did blue on the outside of the flowers, but going in, I don't know, it's not bad, it's not terrible, it's just, I wish I didn't, you know? And that was the Coke can, and when I tell you, I was proud. I was freaking proud. I haven't drawn for so long, and for this to be the product, I was in love. And so, it was time to refresh the page and see what to draw. I was not happy with any of these. I wanted to do these nails because come on now, come on. But the rest of this, I was like, no. I like the grays, but I don't know. And like I said, if it doesn't inspire me, guess what I'm going to do? Yeah, you guessed it. So then I was like, okay, nails, outfit again. Why are you doing this? And I thought this guy actually looked like a lot of fun to draw. So I was going to do that. Had to save a little 222 action because the newest Squid Game, it kills me every time. So I was really excited to draw this guy, and I wanted to do it with a pencil. I haven't really done a mustache really, and hats are something I could always work on. So I decided I'm going to draw him in my style because honestly, I haven't been doing the 100 head challenge lately. I'm not giving up. I'm going to get back to it, okay? It's just going to take me a while because I had a little bit of art block, a little bit of things going on in my family, a little bit of trauma, but it's going to be okay. I really like how his eyes turned out. I think they look kind of anime-ish, but I think they're really cute. I don't know. I low-key have a crush on him. I'm just kidding. Seriously, the only guy I like is my boyfriend. He's my favorite. Like that, you know? Anyway, yeah, I was really having a lot of fun drawing him. So yeah, this is how he turned out, and I'm really happy with how he turned out. I think he looks pretty good. So let's get on to the next one. So I refreshed my page, and I didn't really have anything that was screaming to me. So I was like, I'm gonna do a little something inspired by this sunflower bracelet. I saw someone else do this. Pinterest tells me what to draw, and they got hair clips, and they just put a ton of hair clip shapes instead of drawing the actual hair clip. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I thought it would be cool just to draw like sunflowers that were really round, like the beads. Yeah, so this one was really, really quick, but I thought that it just was cute. It tied in the yellow and green from the flowers in the Coke can, and I was pretty happy with it. So I'm going to be honest, the Coke can took a while, and it took a lot of my creativity, and so I didn't really want to draw more, but I wanted to fill the next page, so I got these flower earrings, and I'm like, I'm just going to draw flowers inspired by these earrings because they're really pretty. So I decided to sketch in red again for the flowers and then blue for the leaves. I actually do think the blue was the right call this time. I think it works and looks pretty nice, so I'm glad I did that. I really like the shape of these flowers and the leaves. Obviously, the reference photo is clay, they're earrings. I don't know what the real flower is called. I know that the leaves don't really look like how they looked as earrings, but I just thought that they were beautiful and I would just draw them as I saw them. Yeah. I absolutely love fun earrings like these. Like, I just got some cherry ones from my boyfriend and I love them. Honestly, I love out there earrings. I think the bigger the earring, the better the outfit. Like, if I'm being completely honest, for sure. So it is time to do another little Pinterest refresh, and I felt bad for just refreshing when I didn't feel inspired. So I decided to go with these little outfits, and I was just gonna draw the pink one because, yeah, I didn't really know what else to do. Okay, so I started sketching in my red colored pencil, of course. I really think that the triangle bikini under clothes is really cute for the summer, but maybe it's just me. I don't actually like triangle bikinis on. I don't like bikinis on. When I'm swimming, like, I like most of my stomach to be covered, my butt to be covered, most of my chest to be covered. It's just kind of how I roll. I don't know if it's because of how I was raised, but for sure I like modest, especially when it comes to swimsuits more. I don't know why, I just do. But I do think I could see myself purchasing a bikini top just to wear it under clothes because of how cute and aesthetic it is. So yeah, so I decided that I would do a cool background, which I'm not doing yet, so that's fun. There you go, see, a cool green background. I don't think that this page as a whole turned out that great, but I do go in and like add a ton of stuff to the background, and I think it helps a lot. So anyway, we are moving on to the next one. I was like, do I like any of this? I wanted to draw that girl, but her neck was giving me the heebie-jeebies. So I decided not to, and I decided to refresh. You would have never guessed, I know. Okay, so then I decided to draw this girl. She was really pretty, and I decided to do it in pencil so that it would match our guy on the other page and make it a little more cohesive, you know, not make all of it marker. So that's what I decided to do. I don't know why, but like, I haven't been drawing people. I think it's because I don't know my style, and every time I draw them, they just feel wrong, and they don't feel like they're supposed to be in my style, or they don't feel like they're in my style when I think that's supposed to be my style. I don't know. And it's hard because I know that your style develops as you draw, but I don't want to draw because I'm unhappy with where my style is at the moment. But I'm like, you need to keep drawing to figure out what your style actually is, because, you know, maybe this isn't my style, but I need to keep drawing to figure that out and figure out what the heck that is. So maybe I'll do a video on finding my style because I think I highly need that. I've also talked about this so many times before, but this angle, 3/4, is like, I'm so bad at it. Side profiles and facing forward, great. And that guy's like a little bit facing to his right, but like this girl, I don't know. It's so hard for me. I think what it is the nose and lips that, like, I just get so thrown off by the fact that they're not straight. And you'd think after doing the 20 head challenge, I'm only at 25 right now, but you'd think after doing a ton of the 100 head challenge, I would kind of figure that out, but no. Still haven't. So I decided it would be nice to add some shading and also some gold and silver because she had some jewelry. It was kind of hard to see the silver though anyway, but then something really nice happened, and yeah, I'll just let you hear the clip. Oh my gosh, no. So yeah, I smudged it, and guess what? I decided that I should just go with it, man, you know? So we were on our next one after smudging the crap out of her. I was honestly really done, and I just wanted to stop, especially after that smudged, and I was just like, I'm so done with this. And I was like, I kind of wanted to draw the girl, that body. I liked the body and the pose, and Billie Eilish. I was like, yeah. But I was like, you know what? I think the strawberries would tie in the Coca-Cola can, so I kind of felt like I should do that. I don't think the drawings in this video necessarily went downhill, but I will say that, like, my drive to draw and make them, like, actually look good went down because I was just, like, after the Coke can, I poured all my energy after not drawing for weeks, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to do this anymore, but I really wanted to do a full spread for you guys. So I did do the full spread. But yeah, you'll see after these raspberries that I'm not very happy with the final result. So I end up adding a ton of things to the background, and I think it makes it look a lot better. But yeah, these raspberries, I went about shading it pretty much the same way I did with the Coke. I didn't use the lightest color I did with the Coke can, which I probably should have because I think these do lack a lot of contrast, and I think that would have helped a lot with that. Yeah, I love raspberries. They are so bomb, but they're definitely more pink than these earrings were. But you know what? That's fine. And yeah, I have a question for you guys. Should I bring back my berry character challenge? I'm thinking, because I've done the strawberry mermaid and then the banana girl, I'm thinking I'll just continue doing fruits, not necessarily just berries, and I'm not gonna make them like the educational way that I used to. But yeah, here's me adding in a ton of things. It's wherever I thought I could use more color. My color palette was pretty much red, yellow, green, pink, and then silver and gold. And I was just like, okay, this area doesn't have a lot of red. I'll add a little bit of red. You know what I mean? This area doesn't have a lot of silver. I'll add a little bit of silver. Yeah, I think it's fine. I definitely could have used a ruler or something for that triangle, but it's okay, guys. It's okay. I think that this page was a lot of fun, and I think that's all we need to worry about, honestly. So, yeah. Leave suggestions on what videos you would like to see in the future. I think I'll probably do this again because I honestly really liked doing it. But yeah, I'm kind of running out of like video ideas of what to do. I do have to finish up this sketchbook and then start a new one, so that's 2 videos right there. But, you know, on a sketchbook tour for this sketchbook when it's done. So I guess I do have a few videos. But then, you know, I'm gonna need more. So please let me know what you guys would like to see. What you guys really like to see are shorts. So I've been trying to really post a short a day. So hopefully I'm able to continue doing that. But yeah, here is how the spread ended up. I think it turned out really good, especially on the left page. Like, yeah, I like the guy, I like the Coke can, I like the little bracelet thing. It did go downhill, honestly. I didn't want to admit it, but it does. Sadly, my juice just kind of ran out by the end of it, which is okay. That's gonna happen sometimes, especially when you just got over art block. You need to take it slow. This wasn't very slow for me, but it was a lot of fun. So, make sure you come back for next week's video because it's most definitely going to be finishing up this sketchbook, so you are not going to want to miss that. Bye, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share if you can. It means so much to me. Bye-bye.